BRUCAST is back, baby.
Apparently there's like a part of your brain that grows whenever you put your body and your mind through good stress. So what good stress would be, in my opinion, like cold showers or the sauna or the gym. Like all those things are things that you don't want to do actually, but you do it because you know it's good for you. And the more you do them, so that's the new study. Apparently there's a part of your brain that changes, and this just activates throughout the day when you need to do other stuff, like at the office. Like you get an assignment that you kind of don't want to do, but if you have this area of the brain developed well enough, it won't be such a big deal actually.
Yeah, I think I saw that on Huberman with Goggins. They were talking about it, about this idea that there's actually like biologically something that grows and improves when you're doing hard things, you're doing things that are uncomfortable. And so all of that I don't want to decrease. I don't want to eliminate. Obviously, you mentioned cold showers, weightlifting, doing stuff at work that's uncomfortable. I love all of that. I try to be uncomfortable every day. I think in general, doing hard things is just something, man, if you can practice that, you'll be unstoppable in everything. If you're really good at doing hard things in business, oftentimes you'll also be able to get yourself to the gym, and you'll oftentimes also be able to go up to that girl, even though it's scary. So just doing hard things is such a powerful thing to learn. I One of my mentors in business, who I respect a lot, and he's doing like $1 million per month or something crazy. It's incredible. He's really, really good at business. And I was in a kind of a mastermind or something like that with him, and everyone was asking him business questions. And then one person asked him, "What is something that we should be asking you that no one is asking you?" And he said, "The number one thing, I've only been asked this maybe 10 times in my career. I've been doing this for 17 years. No one asked me this. But it's the number one thing everyone should be asking, which is, how do I do hard things?" And this was not even a personal growth guy. This was like this is a pure business guy. But he said, doing hard things, that is such a big differentiator between people that make it and people that don't. So how do you have something happen to you in the morning? It's super negative, and you still get on that sales call at 4 p.m. and you close it, you crush it. You know, how do you go to the gym when you're tired? How do you do the 100 cold pitches when you get rejected on the eighth in a way that was really, that sucked. So he's really talking about this idea of doing hard things, and I love what you're saying here, that you can actually, the more you do that, the stronger you get. So just much like a bench press, the more you bench press, the stronger you'll be. Well, the same thing happens when you do hard things.
Okay, so that's how you approach it as well, like a muscle basically. Okay, I also approach it in a different way. I like to break it down as much as I can. If I, for example, my goal is to start lifting, I don't know, 20 kilos bench press in, I know that's my goal, my end goal. So I break it down like in 6 months, how much I should start, like the first week, the second week, the third week. It's a like incremental increase. And I really start like with 0.5 kilos. I'm giving this gym analogy, but I do that with everything, like playing the guitar or working on the podcast. I once saw there's this Japanese study, I won't recall the name right now, that this study promotes that if you do one thing that I really want, like there's a huge task that I really want to start doing, like let's take playing the guitar. Start today, play 1 minute. It's the 1 minute theory, or the 1 minute law, something like that. And if you just do it 1 minute, like that's enough. Tomorrow you can do 1 minute and 5 seconds. And you're gonna like, when you start doing it, you see that you're not gonna do it for 1 minute. You're gonna do it. You're gonna start often do it for half an hour, 1 hour, and because the problem is not doing it, but start doing it.
Man, I love that, and honestly, I think 50% of our process is what you just said. So next time someone is looking to learn what our process is, I'll just send them to you, and you can say that, because honestly, man, that's exactly what we're looking to do. Because the hard part is getting started,
Yeah.
and And so I'll go back to the systems part, because that's exactly what you're talking about here. What we'll do is we'll take this bridge the gap activity and we'll build a system around it, which an example of that could be, instead of saying I'll read sometimes, you could say I'll read 5 pages in a book before I go to bed. Or instead of saying I'll go to the gym when I feel like it and I have the right energy and the stars are aligned, you could say I'll go to the gym on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for 45 minutes after work, on my way home from work. So we try to build some kind of system, because that just takes the decision out of it, which is something we can talk about. I don't like decisions. I like to eliminate as many of those as possible. But I always encourage people to start extremely small, like extremely small, to the point where it's ridiculous, like the 1 minute thing you're talking about. Like literally, just if you want to read every night, literally just start reading 1 sentence per night. That's it. Because the tricky part is, first of all, designing the system. Second of all, getting started, like actually doing the system. Once you're doing it over and over, so let's say you're reading 1 sentence in a book every night for 20 days. Now it's habit, right? Now it's something you just do. Now, once again, the decision is gone. It's just something you do. And let me tell you one thing. If there's a system or a habit that you're doing every day, it's the easiest thing in the world to scale that. There's nothing easier to me or my clients or to anyone listening here than scaling something that's already consistent. If you're reading 5 pages in a book every night, you can probably read 6. And if you can do that, you can probably read 7. If you can go to the gym for 40 minutes, you can probably do 45. Right? If you can send 20 cold pictures, you can probably do 22. So the tricky part is once again the clarity, so you know why you're doing what you're doing. Then we identify what kind of system are we going to build. Those are the hardest parts. So just make it as easy as you possibly can. I had a client that wanted to improve her health. She had tried for 30 years. She had tried all these fat diets, all these magazine diets, where you eat a Kenyan herb for 2 days and you lose 40 pounds or whatever it may be, something ridiculous. She tried all of it and it just never really worked. And I said, look, all I need you to do, drink a glass of water when you wake up. That's the only thing. When you wake up in the morning, drink 1 glass of water. That's it. And she was kind of afraid of, okay, what if I can't even do that? No problem. We'll say every Monday morning you'll drink a glass of water. That's literally all you do. And people listening to this will probably say, okay, I bet she didn't get anywhere with that. That's going to take ages for her to benefit. No, because we kind of quickly could build these systems, and then we could even quicker, we could scale them. So in like 4 months, I think she lost 17 kilos or something, and she's kept them off. She actually, I called it, it was 2 years ago that we worked together, and she's still just, her health is just incredible for her age, and it's all because we started with these small systems and scaled them.
Yeah, because it becomes a habit, right?
Yeah.
Habit. Yeah, as soon as it becomes a habit, you don't think about it anymore. It's not a problem anymore. It's like on the automatic. It's the auto mode, right? Automatic.
Yeah, there's no decision.
Yeah. This guy who is trying to, he's like a millionaire, something like that. He's trying to reverse aging.
Sorry. I'm here. Sorry.
No problem. So he's trying to reverse aging. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes, it's a tech guy that sold the company and now he's looking to, yeah.
Exactly, this one. I watched a video like going through his routine, and a lot of his routine is based around that. Like he does everything in a certain order. For example, he wakes up in the morning, he does that, and then he's go to his kitchen, and on the counter of his kitchen there's product 1, product 2, product 3, and then device 4. I don't know. He like uses all the devices and products available, and he said he's always do it in this order, because then it's automatic. He doesn't even know he's doing it. It's like it's basically what we're talking about. Yeah. Watch full episodes of the BRUCAST on the main YouTube channel, youtube.com/@brewfrasca.